I'm pretty sure that dinosaurs were fucking delicious. We all smoking our own. Dinosaurs were fucking great. Just be honest. If you just think about it, herbivore dinosaurs, would they taste amazing or not?
Gator is good.
If gator is good, imagine what fucking dinosaurs would taste like. What? Nigga, please. Nigga. Especially the herbivores. Especially the ones that didn't eat meat. Come on. What do you think?
I think I like meat eaters. I was with this one dinosaur the other day. You know? So, yeah, that's just how I feel about it. So the dinosaur kept telling her to stop using her teeth, you know what I'm saying?
I mean, the way you say dinosaur, that make it sound like she ain't had no teeth. Like she was old. Like you was hitting a dinosaur for real? Like, was she that old?
What type of dinosaur doesn't have teeth? Focus.
An old one. If we talking to the dinosaurs you talking about.
Man, move on, man. Fuck you, bro.
Hey, my name is Jay Focuz, a.k.a. mixtapes and albums are fucking different.
And I am Kary, a.k.a. taking auntie to the movies, but leave before the lights come on. And this is the Thewakenbakepodcast.
Okay, dog, hold on. I got some shit for y'all niggas this time.
And yes, you do gotta leave before the lights come on. I don't want nobody to see you.
Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Wiz Khalifa.
Yeah.
And I'm so damn good. Yeah, I earn niggas respect before the cash game. You try to get a ticket, I'm in the cash game. Picture in the glass frame, fuck my city on my back, I get some motherfucking last name. Born when they traveling up your last name. And first class ain't much different from the last claim. Say we the same, but I'm nothing like the guys, nigga. I'm a freaking flag, Taylor Gator, freaking flag.
Young Money presents Volume 1, Louisiana. DJ Rock Smooth. We getting that money, nigga. Downtown in the building.
I'm a nigga with money, and I don't love that bitch. I tell a bitch, make me rich. I'm a nigga with money, and I don't love that bitch. Backpack full of stacks, all the bitches love me. Hope you put me to these rappers, I'm on a different budget. I ain't even got a place, never getting rusty. No, I ain't looking down, I see no one above me.
The story starts like this.
Different, that's the difference. Them niggas pussy fucking, they ain't pimpin'. Them bitches is looking and choosing when they see a winner. Small decision, could've been with throwback jack. Still riding spinners, sliding Delta, I can't help you. Get your weight up, like the spider raising the barn, the place up. Right in my friend, my friend.
Man, look. This is like one of my pet peeves.
What you got?
If I'm not mad, asking me, am I mad, makes me mad.
Oh, shit.
It's just so, like, taunting. Like,
But what if you genuinely want to know, like if nigga, like a nigga,
a
like
nigga
me
say
who
what's
on you,
wrong.
Like, are you mad? Well, yeah. I don't say are you mad. I'll be like, what's wrong?
You heard how you said, are you mad? That shit sound petty as fuck, don't it? It's like, it don't matter how you say it, it come out as, you mad? Like, don't do that. Don't ask me that, because now I'm mad.
And Captain Obvious, because if you asking it, you obviously are on the right fucking track. You know what I'm saying? I might be on my way to mad. And you asking that pushes me over that little fucking line. But see, I'll be asking that shit just being petty anyway. Exactly. Because I'm like, it's always is you mad, nigga? Is you mad? Is you mad? And I think that's his point. It's always been his face mad. That's fair. Now, what grinds my gears is motherfuckers. What snatches my butt? Shout out to Woodrow. I was about to say, like,
Shout out my nigga Woodrow.
yes, my nigga Woodrow, man, the entertainer. Is when motherfuckers don't help but expect help. Like, especially like if you got like a 9 to 5 somewhere where niggas be working all day, getting their grind on and shit, and it's the one motherfucker that always like to hit you with the, well, that's not my job. And then when some shit that not your job hits his plate, he wants some help. And it's like, whoa, whoa, whoa. Now I can be the dickhead, but I won't. But just know, I can turn the dickhead switch on if you don't cut yours off. That grinds my fucking gears.
Man, fuck him. Wait, fuck that nigga. I don't want him to cut my dick on. What is up to you?
Damn, so you just going straight to fucking niggas, aunties, nigga, the first time they cross you?
You was like, yeah. That's who I'd rather cut the dickhead on.
Hey, look, he ain't got to cross me. You know?
Nobody said nothing about dickheads.
You said cut your dickhead on.
Oh, okay. You right.
Yeah.
No, I didn't. He said, fuck that though. It don't matter. No, whether we got good fucking smoke or bad smoke, where's your house? Fuck. So this is our shit going on, but it's not. I guess I could start by asking how y'all weekend was. How was your weekend?
Honestly, bro, I ain't been doing nothing on New Year weekend, bro. I just been healing. For real. All of my physical therapy, bro, just healing.
Oh, okay. I'm about to say, what you have some spiritual healing to do?
Yeah, that too, man. That too. The world needs it. This world needs love, man.
You still haven't introduced yourself, sir. You let people introduce themselves here. You got some monikers and shit.
I'll pick up on like the ghost, man. Like, I'm Kaous, aka what's the bombs, you know what I'm saying? One side certified and this is from
So, you went side certified, right? Triple certified.
motherfuckers always see me like, yeah, man, I seen you somewhere before. Where you from? Where I seen you from? Where I seen you from? Blah, 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 blah. That shit be funny than a motherfucker. Cause I don't know where the fuck they on the people.
This is way from the west side to the east side.
Davidson?
Ooh, he in this one. It's Davidson.
Wait, you said what's the fastest way from the west side to the east?
Yep.
Yeah.
And that was Davidson.
It's Davidson.
There it is.
Promise you.
Correct that.
11 minutes, some shit like that, you will be here.
Depending on where you coming from, dog. I be coming from. What I found out was how to get around was on a bus, and I used to hop this bitch called the Imperial. Boy, you talking about getting downtown to D West real quick? Boy, that was the motherfucker to hop, nigga. Like that was shit, man. You charging change.
So you do musics. You do music shit.
I like to tell people I rap and shit because it'll give an intro like, oh, he rap, like, yeah, but I you know, be the poet thing too. But then the and shit be like the producer, the engineer, the the radio station, the radio show, the fucking graphic, all that shit. Yeah.
But okay,
and shit.
So to what I understand though, you know about cryptocurrency. What can you tell our audience about cryptocurrency in 60 seconds or less? Go. Commercial break. So I know you might be sitting there on the couch, high as hell, and thinking to yourself, what's something good to eat right now? Munchies kicking in crazy, right? I got an idea. Best damn salad. If you're in the Detroit area, they're going to pull up to your house with the salad. Anything that you can think of putting in it that's actually good, salmon, turkey burger, they got it all. You can choose from a smorgasbord of options right over at bestdamnsalad.com. And it's also a number that you can place a call and you can get somebody to pull straight up on you, man. They take Cash App as well. So, hey, this is Jay Focuz from the Wake and Bake Podcast. And let's get back to the show.
Stop fucking with all the fucking exchanges. Learn what the fuck it is. The difference between centralized and decentralized. Not everything digital is a fucking crypto. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? You got digital dollars. But everything is stored on the blockchain, not in the wallet. The wallet just helps you see it. So you start from there and get you a decentralized wallet. No name, no number, no nothing. You good.
God damn, 60 seconds or less worth of fucking game. That's what I like, nigga. We clipping that out, nigga. That's gonna be one of the social media fucking clips. Nigga, that's gonna go crazy. But, so, we here to talk some shit, man. A bunch of different shit. Albums came out. Some albums didn't come out. Some artists have signed artists. And some other artists, signees, haven't been doing the greatest because maybe they're living a little too close to their lyrics. And I'm talking about Yo Gotti and fucking Gucci Mane. Now, the discussion is not about them lyrically here, because we would all obviously pit Jeezy against Gucci Mane because that's what the verses was. That's the thing that made sense. But I'm not talking about musically with these two. I'm talking about their executive status. I want to talk about, let's just see, who's on fucking 1017.
Moneybag Yo, the girl, the FNF girl.
No. Yep. Okay, so no, that's Gucci. That's Gucci.
No, she's signed with Yo Gotti, bro.
I mean, I'm talking about Gucci though.
Oh, Gucci?
Yeah, I said 1017. So I see. Or what's the actual crew name?
I think he changed that shit.
Right, that's crazy. But yeah, so I mean, they got Fujiano, Pooh Shiesty, a bunch of different other artists that seem like they were rising stars, but to my understanding, Fujiano is in a situation where he isn't incarcerated, and so is.
Let me my fault for cutting
Go ahead.
you off. But when you say executive, right? Like you brought up the label. Like I think more than just the label when you say executive, because when you say Gucci, I'm thinking about Young Thug, I'm thinking about Future, I'm thinking about Lil Uzi, I'm thinking about Nicki Minaj, I'm thinking about Waka Flocka. You know what I'm saying? So it's like they got to be a part of the label. You know what I'm saying?
No, because Nicki was for a time. Like, she was in the interim. She had a production deal. A lot of the artists that he dealt with as an executive, as somebody who had a position of power, who could give other people power, Gucci has empowered people for a long time. So let's talk about the difference in executive, the way you're thinking about it.
Yo Gotti was a little bit more late to the party, but he learned how to formulate street hits. You know what I'm saying? Like Gucci, I think it was more so mixtapes, stuff like that, like Getting You Hot and stuff like that. So for me, that's the difference. Like Yo Gotti gonna be like, all right, the streets like you, let's make this a hit instead of just doing the underground junk. Let's get paid. You know what I'm saying? So.
Like real money here.
You know what I mean? And I feel like you've been doing that since around the IM album. My fault for cutting you off.
You don't make real money from a mixtape?
No.
How not?
Well, and that's a different topic, and I think we can go there after this a little bit, because fuck it, we here, let's do it. So I am of the impression, like you, that, well, maybe it's not like you. So my belief and understanding of what a mixtape is, after being introduced to it in the early 2000s, I think it was 50 Cent and like Dipset. My brother was dating his current wife, and he was going out to New York visiting her family. And he would come back with these mixtapes. Back Like Cook Crack was one of them, and it was like 50 Cent greatest hits mixtape though. You know what I'm saying? So it was the greatest hits mixtape of 50 Cent, and it had all these joints on it, and they were instrumentals. And so my definition of a mixtape is a project that cannot be monetized due to the material hosted on it and only used for promotional usage only. What is a mixtape?
I ain't even about to refute none of that shit, dog, because that's textbook. But I will say that they have pushed those boundaries by having completely new material, i.e. Wiz Khalifa, who they called it a mixtape, but I really think they called it a mixtape because if you had called it an album, then you would draw up some other drama that you kind of don't want to get into.
But here's the thing with Wiz is though. The thing with Wiz is and this is how I think we said this on the De Niro episode, it's how I think you fix the definition of what a album and mixtape is like, for instance, Wiz used a bunch of uncleared samples, i.e. that project was not monetizable. You see what I'm saying? And so if it's not monetizable, it's a mixtape. You know what I'm saying? So if you don't get the clearances, you can go ahead. But if you put shit on streaming platforms, i.e. today, it's monetized. You can call it a mixtape all you want. You had to get clearances. You had to get a lot of shit done to put this mixtape out. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I don't believe it exists anymore.
But what about Wayne?
It don't exist anymore, like I said. So the people that have done it just have reached legendary heights. Like, he made some of the original mixtapes, like what the definition of a mixtape is. Wayne made those. And then he got so big that he said, all right, it's 20 years later. Let me go ahead and monetize. But after mad time went by, those are no longer mixtapes. They're albums now. Because he profited. So, when you talk about where do mixtapes start and the album begin, I think it's when you can monetize. And a lot of the artists these days are doing all original material that they can monetize off of, because a lot of them, especially at that time, weren't even using samples. They were using 100% Kid Cudi sounding beats.
It's always
Well,
You
not
see
always.
somebody- you
Not
see
always.
Somebody else beat for real. Like, listening to the old, like, he said, G-Unit tapes. That was somebody else's whole fucking beat.
And they redid the song. Gimme, gimme, gimme that groupie love. That was like a fucking De La Soul song or some shit. You know what I'm saying? And they was making hooks, doing entire songs over already done songs. And it was amazing. It was fucking amazing. And I don't even know why we're here. Oh, okay, and so considering what Gucci Mane has put out there in the fucking world with mixtapes, with discovering acts, with putting people like Nicki Minaj in the forefront, nigga, that shitted on him came out under him. You know what I'm saying? So I would give Gucci Mane the better position because he could really see the talent and then attach himself to it, whether we see the attachment or not. And Yo Gotti is just better at showing that he's attached to the talent. And his talent ended up being like a little bit more polished by the time he presents them to us. Right. Because, I mean, even though it seemed like, you know, we all from here. So, well, at least from the area. I'm from the area. I'm not from the city. But when 42 Doug got signed, I was just kind of starting to hear about him for the first time. You know what I'm saying? At Summer Jam, what was that, 2019? Like, at that Summer Jam, I had just started hearing about him for the first time. And so, to hear him right after that, because we didn't hear too much. But his song that he already had, that was a fucking hit. I didn't lost my dog to the streets, my dog. It was already a hit. He didn't really need the label to make that. Yet, he was so polished coming in. And it seems like Yo Gotti is just better at finding those people who are more polished already in comparison to Gucci Mane's having to clean niggas up and put them in the right position because they so close to the street still. And I think so, but here's where he becomes a bad CEO and exec, is that all his fucking artists are going to fucking jail. So can you really say that somebody is a good executive if you're losing every artist that you sign that has some talent?
Who are they going to jail? Both of them?
Pooh Shiesty, Fujiano, both two of the considered biggest acts that was about to come up out of the 1017 crew, and they're both in jail.
But what about Gotti people?
42 Doug just went to jail, but thankfully after making 2 or 3 projects that he got in the tuck, because they even using vocals for a new single for him. You know what I'm saying? Like, he wasn't around when they was making that song. I guarantee it. You know what I'm saying? But he's on that Stepper song. He's on it. So it's like, how much music does he really have and got a chance to make in comparison to people like the rest of Gucci Mane's album?
I don't understand why he just can't record while he in there. He ain't doing shit.
Most people do.
Or most people got a stash of songs. you got 1,000 songs stashed on a hard drive. You can make it seem like I made it. All you gotta do is say I made it while I was in here, but really no, I just had these songs.
But why can't you make it while you're in there?
Oh, make it like become bigger.
Because have you ever been to jail?
I mean, in the sense of them niggas, no.
Me neither. So, but I've been there on a smaller level. Spent like a week. Knew I was getting out in a week, but however, I just wasn't feeling the swaggiest and most creative of niggas. You know what I'm saying? Like I just wasn't feeling like that guy. You know what I'm saying? While I was there, it was kind of just like, I just want to read books and hang out and shit. I'm gonna just kick it. You know what I'm saying? I know I ain't got that long, so I'm gonna get a couple Stephen Kings, nigga. Yeah. Go do some push-ups when it's time to go outside and shit, or in a little area, because we was in the fucking Dickerson or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So whenever it's time to go to the little rec area, nigga, I go over there and do some shit. But it's like, you don't really feel the most creative, and I'm pretty sure them niggas, especially with pending cases, don't be feeling the most creative behind bars. Especially when your shit pending.
I don't know, man. I was watching the Meek Mill story. I was like, bruh, that would make me want to hop in the booth ASAP.
He had a lot going on for him while he was back there, though. Like, I would have if I was him. But that's, after that, he came with one of his best projects, though.
That's Meek Mill. I know you was talking about Gucci and them niggas, but Meek Mill is an interesting story, too. Because that nigga
we
used to
flowing.
The redemption story.
That nigga used to go back and forth to jail, but it was over stupid shit.
Childish shit.
I'm like, dog, what type of bullshit is that to go to jail for real? Like, for real.
Riding dirt bike.
Right, I'm about to say the whole thing that started it all. The whole dirt bike shit.
Before
Fucking
that.
ridiculous.
Before that. I'm talking about
but-
when motherfucking Dream Chasers was dropping.
Okay, but now let's be honest. If that's the case, dog, if what you're saying is the case, a lot of that shit that every person that's going out there and going through is stupid. It's all dumb. You know what I'm saying? Like, people going out there and, whatever happened to any of these artists, because a lot of them are losing their lives and fucking falling off in a heartbeat, going to jail. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like all of them kind of did kind of some dumb shit, because it's kind of like some of that shit you can avoid, but you perpetuate it. You get on social media, you hype it up because it's hyping up the numbers. Like, a lot of them niggas help the situation instead of try to stop it, and that's just part of being a young nigga that's turned, I guess.
Man, they music also helped that case, cause it's like you rap about what you rap about.
Artists about telling the story of your life.
You gon' man, listen. I don't give a fuck what a nigga talking about. Soon as somebody who not from there listen to that, they don't know nothing about what the fuck that nigga talking about. And that's even among niggas. You know what I'm saying? You got a nigga from like Houston or some shit, he start getting that Houston slang going, you don't know what the fuck that nigga talking about. You know what I mean? But the thing is as a nigga, you also got some type of relate, right? Because it's the vibration. Motherfuckers who not us, who ain't niggas, you know what I'm saying? Because it ain't just got to be about you being black or something, you know what I'm saying? Because, you got Mexican, Cubano niggas who fuck with that shit because that's dumb. You know what I mean? They niggas. But them white motherfuckers, they know nothing about what the fuck we be talking about, bro.
They
Nothing.
don't know how deep it is and shit.
They don't even get our slang right. They see us, they try to do our hair, they fuck that up. Your hair can't do that. your hair literally, it can't do that. Like, it can't. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. You feel me? But like, when you don't understand, when you're not able to relate because you that far out of the spectrum, it's that one.
And that's why I think more of these people is going to. It's like, that's why I think you gotta minus points from Gucci. Like, I think Yo Gotti has one artist out of like fucking, how many he have?
2 or 3. He got 2 or 3.
He only got 2 or 3. I thought he had way more of that because Moneybagg Yo and all of them niggas is over there.
Yeah, Moneybagg Yo, 42 Doug, and Glorilla. That's the really ones I know that's popping like that. You know what I'm saying? That
Right.
I know off the top of my head. I don't know about everybody else. Maybe I ain't hit. You know what I mean?
But the thing about it is, I haven't seen any stories about his artist being in jail. In comparison, 4-2 Doug had to go sit down, but they probably got the same amount of artists, and it's more Gucci Mane artists sitting down than over here. So it's like, I think that's got to count for something. And so at the end of this, I'm going to go with Yo Gotti, and it's not even a fucking in the moment thing. It's I guess me talking myself through some shit, because when your artists are just disappearing off the face of the earth like that, and not even disappearing off the face of the earth, but doing the equivalent of, and I think you're doing a good job. So Yo Gotti over Gucci Mane for executive of this year out of the rappers. Out of the rappers, Yo Gotti's killing it, man. I'm sorry. And don't let the Glorilla girl whole squad have heat. Don't let her whole fucking team be fucking heaters, cause then we really gotta, and it's just some shit you ain't even planned for. It's just a bonus, cause everybody just gonna come right over here and sign, cause it's home. So, you know. What do y'all think? Let us know in the comments. Like, comment, subscribe, all that good fly shit. You know what I'm saying? We gonna talk some shit, man. Because I really think the Ancestry.com 23andMe niggas is taking our fucking DNA and cloning us, nigga. Alright, y'all. It's your boy J Focuz in the building, here to tell you about bestdamnsalad.com. Yeah, man. If you're in the Detroit area, what you need to do, head over to bestdamnsalad.com and place your order today for a delivery straight to your door. Sometimes you be sitting on the couch cooked, waiting on something good to eat, trying to think of something that's fast and also a little bit good for you. And you gonna come across Best Damn Salad. It's one of the best damn salads you're gonna have. Only Detroit area, limited time only. Now back to the show. What are they doing with the DNA after the fact? Did y'all ever read the terms and conditions? Did anybody? I have never used them services, and I'm afraid of it. And that's mainly because I was watching this show. It's called Westworld. It's on HBO. They pretty much, long story short, you ever seen Blade Runner?
I did. I read the book.
It's pretty much Blade Runner, nigga, for the most part. But the robots wasn't made to just be out and about. The androids wasn't made to just be like on Blade Runner. Like when you start that story, it's kind of like, no, we just been living side by side with these niggas for a while. It's cool, you know what I'm saying? And this story is kind of like, no, they were a part of like this park. And you can go there and you can do whatever. You can kill them. You can do all type of shit. And it's nothing because we just gonna fix them up and put them back out in the park tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? And that's the only place they used them. Eventually, those little android things slipped out into the real world. And if you won't, do y'all ever plan on watching the show? Spoiler alert. So, they eventually, because of the people coming into the park, they would wear cowboy hats. It was all like a Western type world. Where shit was really kind of wild like that. You know what I'm saying? So it was just kind of like natural for people to come into this environment and act like they did back then. The hat was kind of reading their thoughts and their mind and mapping their brains the entire time they doing all of the shit they're doing. So they're getting them at their worst and their best. You know what I'm saying? Kind of from the start to finish. And eventually they start cloning these people. They start making brand new copies of them. Bang, bang, bang. All the way down to the thought. Because they got them in this environment where they could literally be their natural selves and got them all the way down to that. And niggas start dying. Senators and shit start turning up missing, but only for 5 minutes because he'd pop right back up. But he a fucking copy. You know what I'm saying? What is stopping the world from being that today? We done seen all of that kind of shit happen. We seen the fucking robots. There's a nigga that got married to one. You know what I'm saying? Ain't that a story? I can look it up. But I could have swore a nigga was trying to get married to a fucking android last I fucking heard. So what do you think? What do you think? I don't know.
I don't think that's far-fetched. And we may even be way more behind even on that thought.
Why is niggas giving their DNA to white people anyway?
I just thought it was fucking weird. Like, sure.
Let me find my ancestry white people who've been lying to me all my life.
Hey, and then everybody turns up mixed. I don't think any black person that I know who's done it has turned up black. And that's not also far-fetched either. Because it's like, now we really doing some math. You know what I'm saying? Like, are y'all doing the math? Because I'm sitting back doing the math too. Can I see y'all data on how many black people did DNA tests and came back with some kind of white in their blood? Why? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's questions.
Niggas is getting raped and shit, so that ain't far-fetched. But they're not gonna tell you that you from here, though.
Everybody, you gonna have some Western African,
Hey, this nigga
like,
right here, dog.
uh-oh.
Look at this nigga dead in his face,
Uh-oh.
dog. You can't tell me this nigga's not from here. Like, right here. On this land, right here. Like,
I
this
say it
nigga,
all the time.
this nigga go back, like, fucking 20 generations here. You could look in his face and tell.
That nigga,
You saying that you trying to compare me to one of them?
You've been, y'all people been here for forever, bruh. And they be like, yeah, nigga, you from Africa. Like, how, Sway?
calling you a native.
I do say that though. I be like, bro, I put American on everything, bro. I'm an American, bro.
We was here before they called it America.
Right. Nigga, Buffalo's running wild. Niggas was just kicking it. Like, yo, nigga, you are Littlefoot.
Back when he said when the new Spain niggas came over here because they the old Spain niggas gave up. When the new Spain niggas came over here to conquer all the lands and shit in the in the late 1400s and shit, yeah, his people was already here.
Pothead Theory.
That's like they like be like, man, get all the Mexicans out, all the Mexicans in fucking Oklahoma and Texas. But then when you look at a map of Mexico in 1600, you be like, nigga, oh, that shit was Mexico, nigga. So how the fuck? What you mean, nigga? Y'all niggas moved the lines and the houses didn't move with it.
Right, no, everything that looked like desert up to fucking Canada, because that's where it kind of stops. It looked like fucking Mexico, like technically before all of those purchases. Oh, the Indiana, the motherfucking California, the Louisiana, like what the fuck is all these purchases? Niggas just nah, fuck that, nigga. Hey, when you get over there, cut it off. When you get up there, cut that shit off again. If you go from here to here, nigga, that's my shit. Like, niggas just decided that one day. That's crazy. Like, and that's why I think a lot of, like, I think people, like, especially of Latino descent, like, say, like, imaginary borders. Like, especially even the native people, like, I'm pointing at you like, we'd improving and
Like
shit.
native, Mexican,
I'm fucking with it though.
whatever the fuck, dog. They just interswap these motherfucking titles like they be talking about like, nigga, you African American. I'm like, nigga, I'm not from Africa, so how am I African American? My mama not from Africa, so how is we African American? My grandma not from Africa. My great grandma not from Africa. My great grandma not from Africa. Hold on, something is fucking weird here. Okay, where did this African shit come from?
Like, I understand the whole slave trade, but hold on, I've been here.
And even that story was some bullshit. But like, the more you know, the more you Kaous. You
I
feel me?
mean, it is said that niggas was everywhere. At the end of the day, like, we were just all over.
You was fucking everywhere. You traveled the whole motherfucking globe. Like, that's how the motherfucking new Spanish niggas knew how the fuck to get here.
Like, yeah. What was the ice bridge called? It was like the ice bridge that connected, like, Russia to, like, Alaska. Yeah, I think.
That shit that crossed the Bering Strait.
Right. The Bering Strait is what it's called.
Yeah.
Right. Like, that was the international travel. That was it. Right there. Like, once niggas found that, we was like, oh, it's lit, nigga. You ain't never been over here, nigga. It's mad shit over
I
there.
mean, but it's not like niggas couldn't swim, build a boat, and come back over here. You know what I'm saying? After all the Pangea bullshit. You know what I mean? But, like, you know, niggas is everywhere. Like, literally everywhere. Like, they be like, oh, you know, you black. You know, you're not Caucasian, but you got black people look like, you know, darker than me from the Caucasus. You know what I'm saying? all that shit is just whatever the fuck bullshit. Like at the end of the day, it's just become a lot of watered down bullshit. Like I used to tell motherfuckers, like, look, dog, you got this white boy. I'm talking about like white boy for real, like blonde hair, blue eyes, straight hair. Not like the motherfuckers in Ethiopia. They shit nappy. They blonde hair nappy. No, I'm talking about the white boy for real. You know what I'm saying? This nigga grew up in motherfucking South Africa. He moved to Ethiopia.
Shit. I hate that.
And then now this motherfucker is like, oh yeah, now I'm about to come and now he live in New York City. He's an African American. You know what I'm saying? That nigga is legit. Elon motherfucking Musk.
I hate that.
Time traveler. He's a time traveler.
You know what I mean?
He might be.
No, he definitely is.
You know him, Trump, all them niggas. You know, I was reading the stories and shit, and it's like this whole and is I find it interesting that they now, first off, they slid out like, oh yeah, aliens, bro, and didn't put no type of attention to it. Wasn't no type of media blast off, nothing, complete silence. Just oh yeah, that shit was real.
They said, yo, separate universes, that's fact.
And as Disney, one of the world's largest entertainment companies, is sitting here creating this multiverse theory for people to slowly baby grasp and understand.
Oh, yeah, they've been feeding it slowly.
Slowly.
Everything, all the best shows are multiverse theory type joints. Like,
But it's not a theory.
no, I know.
And that's the
I
craziest
know.
part about it. It's like
I know.
that shit not a theory.
I know.
Not how the movies is playing out. It's a bit sarcastic. You know, shit be exaggerated at times. Yeah, it's not really like that. But at the same time, it's really like that. It's kind of hard to put to words. It's hard to verbalize, especially in this language.
To a common person.
No, it's just in this language. You can say it.
Yeah.
This is not in English.
Right, no, yeah, you supposed to be talking in Mesopotamian when we be speaking about these matters and shit. Like, fucking ancient languages don't exist no more. Like, I be thinking about them old languages. Like, why niggas just stop talking those one day? Like, everything existed. Like, Latin continued on, but the first people's languages didn't. That was always weird. Like, the Mesopotamians and the, what was the other fucking land that's not far from... It's supposed to be what makes the Middle East. No. Right, no, yeah, it was some other names for it way back. All that good shit. But yeah, man, you took it somewhere else. I had some ancestry shit, and we took it somewhere. I like that.
Ukraine shit supposed to be some fucking prophecy shit that they talking about. Like, yeah, man. This is a bunch of shit, bro. You know what I mean? Like, cause all that shit, like when I was growing up, all that shit was Russia. I don't know what the fuck happened, but like all that shit was Russia.
I thought I remember it being a Soviet.
Well, they didn't call it. Well, no. It wasn't really called Russia. It was called like USSR and shit.
Yeah, the USSR was a lot of different countries, and when it became Russia, that took all the separate shit and made it one thing.
So you talking about like, so it's like got rid of.
Yeah, they just said fuck all them separate countries, nigga. This is one big shit now. Oh shit, I'm typing on the fucking laptop trying to get results. Just do listen with a whistle and goddamn right. Yeah. Fucking shit. All that shit. You see that grown picture right there? Like, and then there's another thing, like, I learned. Alright, so check this out. I'm trying to see this shit, but say it. So, like, my natural way to draw a map might not naturally draw a map. I don't know what the fuck, but I naturally draw a map because certain things and times and what. Right, so your pose is at the north and the south. They tell you the north is at the top and the south is at the bottom. Right? That's all. Right, south is at the top, the north is at the bottom. But it don't make sense to do this. You know what I'm saying? Your hands side by side. So you do this wrong. So when you that it makes sense because you know all your weather patterns move, right? And then you got your certain Right, but in the
This
opposite
is how they
direction.
show you. Like, you ain't never seen a whole ass image. You ain't never seen a whole ass image of her in space. You ain't never seen one. Oh, that's just Photoshop. You do graphics, right? You should be able to see this shit. So you know it's all Photoshop. This is what's bullshit. They got a live camera in space. Why you don't zoom the fuck out? Just zoom the fuck out. Just zoom out. That's all you gotta do. Is zoom out.
All right, now I'm gonna keep it funky because I'm not gonna say I'm 100% agreeing with everything being said here. I'm not gonna say I'm disagreeing with anything being said here either. I will say that when we see Earth as presented from NASA's perspective, it's usually from a very close type of perspective. Like, they do not go, hey man, we on the moon right now, and this is how I look from the moon. And for the moon, it should be wider. You know what I'm saying? Just based on the time it takes to get there. So you should have more distance. It should look different from the moon, and that's why we know.
I'm talking about if I take a picture of a car down the street, I can get the whole car. It's down the street.
You can also get the street.
Yeah. The fuck you can't do that with the plane? That shit far as fuck, bro. Like, you should be able to get the whole motherfucker. Like, nah. But yeah, how they draw the maps and shit, it be fucking with you for real, for real. Like, damn. It's all about perspective and shit. They'll tell you that the maps.
Like they were saying, this is one map.
Yeah,
I can't find it, but it's supposed to be like where it is. Like they use it maybe in the military shit somewhere.
I mean, cause you got different
like
types.
Florida gone, half of California gone, and the Mississippi River is widening. So it's just like all through the United States, and it's everything is flooded. Yeah, like that's why they're supposed to be in there. Like they use it supposed to flood. So it's like, what happens when that happens? What the fuck?
I mean,
We straight. We gonna be straight.
I mean, they ain't nothing but the, regular climate change.
Because if we here, fuck it, they gonna be here.
I mean, cause it's like, alright, so check this out, like, they doing this whole initiative, right? First world.
Wait, make 5 seconds.
So, all the first world countries are supposed to be doing green, so they're supposed to be doing switching to like electric cars, zero solar panels, all the old shit that we used to use, you know what I'm saying? Like, nigga, your daddy old Cadillac is what they driving over there, what they used to call the third world country.
Hey, I'm getting the crib fitted.
You feel me? So you got motherfuckers over here in like parts of Africa, parts of India and shit, right? Where it's another thing, all these hella emission cars that we got rid of. Right? So it really does nothing about, and there's more motherfuckers in India than it is over here. Like, it's a billion of them motherfuckers over here. You know what I'm saying? It's only 300 million motherfuckers over here, right? That's a lot of motherfuckers, and you developing. Like, you ever seen pictures of Dubai like 30 years ago?
It was not what it is today. It's nowhere near what it is today.
Dog, would you even think
Right,
that
man.
shit would even
It's
happen?
amazing. Fantastic growth in Dubai, nigga. Like, nobody's seen that coming.
Would you even think that shit could even happen, bro?
Right, pull it up. I want to see it. I ain't never seen it.
You know what I mean?
Because I'm that old.
Like I said, man, motherfuckers, I gotta start listening to these white motherfuckers. You know, start going and digging in the information they sell. And that shit like 30 years ago. Like Dubai, 30 years ago.
Oh, you wanted to see how it looks, actually.
Yeah, nigga. That shit was a desert, nigga. Wasn't nothing there.
Start building a road through that mud. Nice and connect.
He started building that shit like crazy.
Shit just went crazy.
It took 30 years.
Just 30. Just 30.
Dubai in the 90s versus Dubai right now, bro. Like, and then you got all them niggas over there, bro. How they be building them cities, bro? No,
They went crazy. They
no, that shit is unreal. You know what I'm saying?
It's fun.
And how many of the motherfuckers over there using electric cars?
I wouldn't be surprised if most of them was. Shit, nigga, we make the fucking fuel. We don't use that shit, nigga. We don't get high on your own supply. Who knows? Maybe all of the shit they make out there. I don't know. Do you?
Nigga. How many of them motherfuckers? How many electric cars get sold in Asia? You know what I mean?
What, in 2021?
Oh, there we go. We got some graphs.
2% more this year.
That's just China. China better get some motherfucking electric cars. As many motherfuckers who live in China. It's like,
No, that shit is exploding in a sense that people. That's why Ford and companies like GM are fucking getting in the game. They I think Ford partnered with Volkswagen. I think Ford partnered with Volkswagen, to make their fucking electric trucks. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what the companies are coming to, knowing that they late to the race. And that's why I think Tesla got so much market share. Because they like, nigga, we been on this shit. Y'all niggas was late. Y'all was asleep.
nah, bro. They need something more sustainable than electricity.
Fucking,
Cause you need energy to make electricity. You need something that's more sustainable.
especially than the sun. Because, like, you just can't rely on that. It's places like Alaska and shit that
Why the
just
fuck
don't get
not?
that.
Nigga, that shit always there. Nigga, where it's going?
I mean, shit, it's places like Alaska, they don't get a lot of it for a majority of the year.
No, they get a lot of it for the majority of the year.
They be like a half and half depending on where you at.
No, depending on the season. Depending on the season.
Yeah. But it depends on
That's
where
where
you
they
at.
got like 20-hour days, right?
Yeah.
Come on, man. I don't know who these people are.
Look,
People becoming depressed and shit. I want to go to Alaska, not over for sure. 9 hours. Look at that shit. It's no way.
that's
It's
the shortest day
never-
of the year.
I guarantee you it's no short day like that in America.
No, it's not.
That's all I'm saying. Like,
But they
that's
also get
crazy for it
18-hour
to happen.
days. They also get 18-hour
Right.
days.
So it's just like I said.
20-hour day, like nigga.
So-
that's a lot.
If you live in places like that, depending on factors, your car might not be running as efficient as other places. That's all.
Yeah, I'm ready to see the next step.
We gotta get digital. Like if we're gonna be comfortable with self-driving cars and shit, like we gotta get that 5G shit.
No.
5G gotta connect everything to everything.
Catch the bus. I don't understand. Fuck, bro. This is like in the wintertime, dog. Motherfuckers be on the freeway going fucking 5 miles an hour. Like, it's a storm. Nigga, if you gonna do 5 miles an hour, take the fucking street, nigga. That's what the fuck it's for. Like, nigga, I'm here on the freeway, nigga. The speed limit 55. I don't give a fuck if it's a blizzard, nigga. Watch me do 55. Motherfucker, get the fuck out the way. No, these niggas is doing fucking 20 on a motherfucking E-way. Like, nigga,
hogging up all the motherfucking lanes, all the motherfucking traffic. You know what I'm saying? There's snow everywhere. It's supposed to be 4 lanes. They don't know how to drive it in 3 because you want to give people extra space
You know what I'm
to
saying?
navigate. Nigga, I'm taking the street. Fuck all y'all. Don't nobody be on the street, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Nigga be flying down the boulevard. Nobody there. Nigga. Like, oh.
All right, man. Hold on, wait. We done went on a fucking tangent. We gonna get shit back on order on the Thewakenbakepodcast. Ancestry.com is making copies of niggas. Do you think that's real or not? Let me know in the comments. We can talk about it. Do all of that fly shit. And it's a fly or two in this bitch. Anyway, so it is that time that a lot of people come here expecting this shit. They be waiting on this shit. It's not no surprise.
Surprise, motherfucker.
Nah, it ain't one of those. But it's motherfucking, is it a classic? Yeah. Yeah, all that good fly shit. You know, sounds, lights. Amazing shit. Anyway, so we here, shit, to talk about some shit I just deleted. Go ahead and let them know what we do here at the Wake and Bake Podcast, month.
So what I'm gonna do here, I got this thing I do where I kind of know where all these albums from like 1950 to like now, they first week album sales. I don't know why, but I just do. So I'm gonna show you I can do that. I'm not gonna look at the first week album sales, and I'm gonna just guess. Like, that's just gonna be what it is for each album we go through.
And my bad. And we starting from the tizzy. You know what I'm saying? Like, we not even gonna play. We gonna start from the top. We not going with total sales. We are literally aiming for the first week numbers. And you're gonna be surprised, because sometimes, man, it be right on. Sometimes it be just a little bit off. Sometimes it be, come on, man, you wrong as fuck, man. So take it away from the first album. It's motherfucking Confessions of Fire. Okay, hold on, give me a second. Bong.
Hold on, let me see the singles.
Singles include Horse and Carriage, 357, and Feels Good. Released December 8th, 1998 is the last single. They started coming out in April 13th, so we got all of them bitches out in the same year. It was a lot going on here.
This is like an independent album. So back in the 90s, I'm gonna say like 100,000 the first week. This is more like independent-ish.
All right, so from the looks of it, let me pull it back up. Bong. What we got here?
107.
So, close as fuck. You know what I'm saying? Like, that pretty much was 100. So, those are the type of numbers niggas was doing, man. He eventually went on to be certified as gold.
I don't know how I do this, man.
Yeah. Sometimes, I think the last few episodes, you've been on and off, but you start good here. I was a young man at this time. Very young, wasn't off the porch, wasn't doing much. I think my memories of Horse and Carriage are like, I think we went to Chicago for the first time. My only memory that I remain to keep from that experience was that we went to the Michael Jordan restaurant and this song was playing when we pulled up and parked. That's what I got. Anything that y'all remember?
I don't remember this album. I
gotta hear the fucking single samples. Like,
Yeah,
what
like,
does
I
the
don't
beat sound
remember
like?
this
I
album.
don't know. This nigga's on Spotify.
And so we talking about it, and this is for educational purposes only. So please don't flag us over there at YouTube land, because we trying to educate the people on what these songs sounded like from Confessions of Fire by Cameron. This song right here is called Horse and Carriage, probably the most notable song from the album.
Okay,
Focus, man.
So, this was, just kind of the one song. And with that being said, it really kind of didn't live well with me. I wasn't, he got Usher early. He had Jermaine Dupri on here. Like, it was a bunch of notable features. Jim Jones popped out for the first time. We kind of got to meet him. Of course, he had the joint with Mace. Noriega was on this bitch back when he was still going by Noriega. So it was like a bunch of notable features. We knew that he had producers and different Swiss Beats made beats on here. Like, it's a lot going on, but at the same time, it's nothing happening. And so with that, I'm going to say that this project ended up being like a 2 on the scale of his albums. Wasn't the best. Right, but that don't mean they were the greatest spectator actual performances from Cam. So, what do you think about Cam's performance and the overall performance of the album? Maybe the sales included, maybe the impact. What do you even know about it at all?
I don't remember this album.
So,
This is not memorable to me.
go ahead and drop a number. You can just give it a number, I guess, anytime.
I don't know. By default, I get like a 0 because I don't remember.
There it is.
Like that one, I ain't trying to discredit my nigga Cam, but that's one album.
Put some points on the board for your mans just because it's your mans at this point. Like, that's why I would just went through 2 up there, because we're going to do a collective score. And then it's just like, oh, okay, averaged on the collective score, we give him this. So that's why I gave him something. So 0, 2.
0. I don't remember this shit.
Bang. So
I don't remember this, bro.
2 zeros plus a 2 equals 0. Therefore, Confessions of Fire, Cameron with the fucking gloves and the sledgehammer. This nigga was a welder. This nigga was a fucking welder getting it in, nigga, with the fucking, with the Onyx glasses, nigga. Those was the glasses that fucking Sticky Fingers was always wearing in all the movies and shit. This nigga was Fredro Starr and shit. But that was the swag back then, nigga, with the overalls, nigga. But the next album is Sex, Drugs, Entertainment, Cameron, of course. Give me a second. I'm gonna go ahead, hit you with the singles just to give you an idea. Singles include Nothing, nigga. He didn't have any. Go.
What the album have on it though? What was the features? Did it have? Was it What Mean the World to You on here? It's like a mix.
Yes.
All right.
What Means the World to You was technically his single. It's just not a list of singles.
Oh man.
Yeah, okay. Welcome to New York City. Oh boy, came out. No, that's not on this. Yeah, that's not on this. It's only that.
I'm gonna go with it. Did what's the features on it?
A lot. Do It Again, Cameron, Jim Jones, Destiny's Child, Old Dirty Bastard, Joel Santana, Double Up, Losing Weight with Prodigy, What Means the World to You with Kima, All the Chickens with Jewels, Fuck You At with Nori. That's when he started going with Nore, Freaky Zeke and Jim Jones, Dutch and Spade, whoever the fuck they are.
That sound like for that time, like a 159er. Cause that's a Destiny Child feature on there too. Like for that time period, Old Dirty Bastard was hot, so I'm gonna go with 159.
That's big. However, he only went on selling 73,000 copies in the first week, dog. What the fuck was that?
My first one was to go 8. It's all good.
Fuck is going on, man? But anyway, we just gonna keep pushing, and I got nothing for this one. I don't remember where I was. Matter of fact, it was some finals. Whatever finals was happening that year, it might have been basketball. Like, I remember being somewhere with my old man. We was doing something.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, I don't know.
Nigga
producer was, bro, he just wasn't it, bro.
That was Lance Rivera. Was doing all of this shit. Like and Digga is everywhere. Like, and a lot of less of on this one than Digga. So
Man, the only song I remember on here is "What Mean the World to You." Literally, I never knew he had a Cameron's one of the only rappers with a song with Beyonce. I never knew that.
yeah.
So yeah, it's gonna be just cause I like that song too. It was a very provocative song, especially singing it as a kid, just to annoy your parents. I'm gonna give it a 2.5 just for that song. Just for that song.
Yo.
I remember that Johnny eating cereal, and that's a sample too. That's a sample. So yeah.
The sample was, what was it? What Means the World to You contains the sample Roxanne by the Police. Roxanne, you don't have to. That was a fucking slap. That was a fucking slap, nigga. I don't give a fuck. Nigga, I'm having a blast. What are you doing besides mine? My baby. Trying to get my bitches. But, yeah. With that being said, dog, what did you have to say?
I'm gonna slide this shit just a 2. And just keep it at that. And keep it pushing.
I also am going to do him one better and give him a 2.5. I cannot know who the fuck this nigga was. Yeah, we can do points for sure. I'm going to give him a 2.5 because he got a Dame Grease joint and he had the Trackmasters joint, and I'm pretty sure those were the best joints. I just don't remember them. So, yeah, 2.5, that's a collective 2. Yeah, it's about a collective 2. So we can keep it pushing. Come Home With Me is the next album. Hold on. Whoa, nigga. You might have seen some shit. The singles include Oh Boy, Hey Ma, Daydreaming, and I'm Thinking of You. Go.
159. I'm gonna go back to 159.
226. This nigga, dog.
I was
Hey,
kinda
man.
close. That's kinda close, bro.
Man, come on, dog. It's
Bro, it
the
was 40 off.
wrong answer. It was off. Like, off.
40. Now, if I would have said 180 to 220, I'd be like, no, you gotta pick one.
And your range was kind of big. What was your range that you called?
Bro.
He can't even remember the range of fucking numbers he picked. It was big, nigga. Like, you can't pick that
So
many
what?
numbers between that many numbers.
For the playlist, because I remember this song. Y'all the one with the sun.
Yep, let's go. What you got? What you remember from the time? What was you doing? What was happening? 2001, 2002 is when it dropped.
Man, I was still a kid, so the fact I had like that girl, that sped up sample on Old Boy, sounding like a little kid, that shit just did something to your soul. You know what I'm saying? And then just them being silly and shit in the Hey Ma motherfucking video and shit. You know what I'm saying? Then ain't this when he started coming out with Dipset and shit? Like when he
Everybody's
started,
been on
forefront.
everything.
You know what I'm saying though, like when they really started getting a commercial presence. You know what I'm saying?
No, Cam didn't have his own commercial presence, but they were on everything multiple times.
That's not what I'm saying. You answer the question.
Go ahead.
It's like, fuck it. It don't even matter. This shit is a motherfucking. Come on, man. Oh,
So,
man.
look.
Boy.
Listen to me well. Please listen to me well. This nigga got a different producer for this whole fucking album. This is not the same nigga. This is not the same nigga. This is all different niggas. This is not the nigga who did them last two albums is not on here. Like pull them motherfucking credits back up. Like that shit is not motherfucking on here. Where that nigga name is not.
That nigga got erased, cuz.
Bro, that nigga was not hitting, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like whoever took the executive producer role on here and the direction that they went in here, you could tell like they was on to something. Like the executive producer, he was on to something.
Like them, you know what I'm saying? Like motherfucker Dane, like he was on to something. You feel me? Like a lot of what's wrong with music is a lot of that shit is not a clear thought. Motherfuckers want to be fucking storyteller rappers and they can't even follow a simple train of thought. You know what I'm saying? Let's go from A to B to C to D, nigga. All right. That's all you gotta do. No, these niggas started fucking S. How the fuck are you gonna do this? We don't give a fuck about your rank, nigga. We care about the cohesiveness. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Come on, let's count. You want people to follow along, but they don't know your. If you you can do 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. You know, people can follow that. You doing some shit people can't follow, nigga. 3, 37, 54, 1, 9, 80. You know what I'm saying? Can't nobody follow that shit. You know what I'm saying? That's how a lot of the motherfuckers who be rapping and shit. A lot of people make music. That's why a lot of shit be trash. That's why I don't listen to a lot of shit. Cause it's like I be trying to follow along and be like, bro, that don't even make no sense. Somebody will say some shit that's really very dumb and it'll throw me off the whole fucking song for real. You know what I'm saying? Like dead ass. They can say something really stupid. You know what I mean?
You saying is
I got.
this is a good album.
Yeah. This one right here. This is why it's memorable. You feel me? Because it's like, no matter where you slid in on the album, yeah, it was some nigga shit, but it was cohesive nigga shit. You feel me? You can slide into a part of the story and pick up. You know, it's like a movie. You know what I mean? Like, you know, you ever seen like Friday or some shit? No matter where you slide the movie in, you can pick up what's going on. All right, cool. All right, so this nigga owe this nigga some money. This nigga must have got fired for whatever the fuck reason, cause they keep talking shit about him. Yeah, wherever you at, you can pick up where you at, and that's what made this album so much better. Not only that, but the fucking production was so much fucking better. Oh my fucking gosh. Bro, a lot of people don't understand, like, you know, sometimes your shit be boring. Like, I understand, like, you know, Whisper, we don't listen to your shit because your shit be boring. I get it, nigga. I get it. You like the ding ding, you like the cryptos, ding ding. All right, cool. You know what I'm saying? You like the normalize. I want no beat with it. All right, cool. But sometimes you got to understand that your shit gets boring. Your shit gets repetitive. You got the same nigga doing the whole shit and he ain't got no fucking dynamics about him. You know what I mean? Motherfuckers might need extra producers. That's what really made niggas' albums pop. For real, because they were starting to be a dynamic with the production. They started going everywhere. That one nigga on your album, dog, unless that nigga got some dynamics with his production, that shit is going to be boring. You know what I mean? He's not Kanye.
He's not Dr. Dre, for real.
You know what I'm saying? Dr. Dre don't make no motherfucking beats.
Hey, whoa. We can't do that. We can't. I know what you're saying. Yeah, we know what you're saying, but we don't.
I'll give him his production credit. Don't get me wrong. I definitely give him his production credit, but he'll be sitting back there.
Whoa, don't double down. Don't double down. So yeah. So with that being said, I'm going to give this fucking album near classic status, dog. Near. And I'm going to call it a 4 because I know what this shit did to New York. I caught the wave of it. Like, that's what I kind of started all of this with. I did my prelude to everything saying that I kind of caught wind of the mixtape scene because of what happened here. And so at this point, I consider myself being outside. Because this is kind of around the time J Focuz, the artist, kind of started forming. Like, oh, rap. You know what? This is kind of cool. And yeah, no, like my parents kind of like showed me some shit and then like gave me like a rap at first. You know what I'm saying? And then me and my brother used to like rap it. Go ahead.
Where the fuck are you from? You said you was from around the city.
No, yeah, I'm. So I spent the first 10 years of my life in Inkster. We moved to Romulus when I was 11.
It's cool though.
And then I ended up in fucking E-Course after that. So yeah, I've been around.
E-Course is like, yeah, it's not Warren, but You know what I mean? He be like, yo, you gotta survive there though. You definitely gotta survive. They ain't no like no, you know, rich suburbia. You know, cause some motherfuckers I know they be like, yeah, man, I'm from Detroit. Yeah, I'm from Detroit area and da da da. You know what I'm saying? Be coming on all this shit, bro. I'm like, bro, where the fuck is you from? Nigga, with Bloomfield, nobody. Troy.
Man,
And see,
look,
hey,
fuck this out.
right.
Fuck them niggas, man.
Hey, and even then though, at the same time though,
But they be like, they
At
know
least-
they black though,
Right.
You know, and it's not like they white people. Like I definitely, you know what I'm saying. White people different with me. You know, if they ain't making no 209 shit, I'm really asking them what hood they coming from. If not, then you know you already know what it is. But it used to be white people that stayed down the street from me everywhere I stayed in the hood. I used to stay on the craft, stay on Joy Road. You know what I'm saying? It's whatever. Well, I just be like to know where niggas would be from, cause it also give me an insight on what they, you know, how they get their music shit, how they get their music opinion going. You know?
okay, I'm with you. I'm caught up. Right now, yeah, I was behind a little bit. I just caught up.
Yeah, but this album, though.
Yeah.
This is fire.
Give
This is
what?
fire.
What's your number? Yeah, what's your number?
What's
I gave
the-
it 4.
What's the top 5?
Yeah,
5, nigga.
5.
This is classic. This is the shit.
God damn. That nigga gave it a classic. So, 5, 3.5, 5, 3, 4, 3.5. It's a 4. Cause that 5 way heavy. No, you're right. That 5 way heavy. So it's a 4. This album gets a 4 here on the Wake and Bake podcast. Yeah. We call it a 4. Let's go, man. Hey, that's crazy, but we keeping it pushing. So we gonna go into our shit, and we going into the motherfucking magnum fucking opus. And guess what? The singles include "Get 'Em Girls," "Get 'Em Girls." Yeah.
This was kind of like,
Hold on. What you got? Go
you
ahead.
said the last one was, you said 2 something. This one ain't sell that. This one did. I'm gonna go with 190.
190?
Yeah, I think it did less than that though.
It'd be like 80.
Yeah, well, you said less than that?
80.
Yeah, because I think this was like damn near a flop, but it was like the streets was fucking with it. I think it was like one of those type albums.
They bootleg
So
this
I
shit.
want to say that too. I'm taking his number and my number.
They bootleg this shit to death.
So
I started learning the bootleg.
123,000 copies first week.
I said 190.
Way over.
No, it wasn't,
Too
but-
far over.
But he said I'm taking his
I
number
said
too.
80.
Yeah,
You
I
said
took his
80.
number too.
Okay,
Yeah.
so an average.
Because I'm saying the same thing.
Because
though.
I was
The
learning
cheat
how to
code. This
bootleg
nigga Bones that learn how to do the cheat code. He bootlegged the system right now. You talk about some other type of bootleg. He just bootlegged the fucking
I promise you,
system.
because he was on the same tip. It was like, I know this one was like he said, like everybody was bootlegging it. Like
Yeah, I learned how to
it was like
bootleg.
commercially, they weren't
He's
really
talking
fucking
about-
with that shit.
Wait,
They
wait,
weren't.
wait.
Yeah.
Ain't you the one who said you went to New York and learned about the mixtape? I went to New York.
I didn't go.
Oh, you didn't go to New York?
as a byproduct of somebody who went.
Okay, so I actually was in New York
I
City.
didn't go till this came out. I was there. Now I got a different take here. So y'all go. Y'all take it. I'm about to use back on.
Yeah, man. So this album, man, all the singles fire. Nigga, the first time I visited the trap, they was playing this motherfucking song. I was young as hell. I shouldn't have been there. It was weed smoking and everything and shit. And they was playing this shit. And
This
the
shit?
was just, yeah, they was
This
playing this
shit?
shit. Yup. Messing
Hell
on fun.
yeah.
I was thinking like, what the fuck y'all playing that Cam? But off that Kanye beat, off the Just Blaze, man, go to the track list. Scroll down. Cause it wasn't just the singles that was banging. Girls,
The singles wasn't
motherfucking
really-
Killer Cam, motherfucking. Come on, man, stop playing with this nigga Killer Cam, bro.
All right. So we literally drove all the way fucking there to New York this year. Well, this is in 2005. So the album's already kind of been out. I kind of already been around doing shit and interacting with the album. Then we eventually go out there. We bumped this whole shit front to back, nigga, on the way there. My brother got the car with all of the shit in it, and he only got room for 1 or 2 people at a time. So halfway through the trip, I get in the car with him. You know what I'm saying? We in fucking Pennsylvania or some shit, some fucking where. And I jump in the car with him and continue the rest of the way. And he's just slamming and shit, dog. And we eventually banged it front to back like several times. Get there, and I'm only cameroned out. And he's on the radio. The nigga doing all type of shit all around the city. So I feel the fucking energy of Purple Haze. So I consider myself being outside at this time, especially because this is prefacing being an actual active artist.
Before that?
Not necessarily, no.
So how you gonna judge the album you wasn't even outside before that?
Because nigga, we were young, we were kids.
So
Like, how outside were you to go, yo? And
I
that's
was in New
why.
York.
That's
Every
why.
time the last shit dropped.
But that's why I'm saying, like, when it comes to shit like Confessions of Fire, you go, well, I don't know nothing about it, and it was like, well, that was '98. So if you was outside, you would remember. But you don't because you weren't really outside because you were a kid. Nigga, what are you talking about? You know what I'm saying? Like, at this point, we are in fucking going into high school. So our consciousness and our minds are more developed. We kind of are more aware of shit. Like, I started hearing shit like fucking the Black Album and going, oh man, what the fuck did he say? And knowing how to place the reference here because I had seen that show and I'd read that book. So I could go, oh shit, and that is like oh shit, I see what he did, because that was fly, and I would have never peeped that before. Like, I was more conscious and aware of lyrics and shit, and like I said, I also was outdoors, doing all type of fucking shit I shouldn't have been. You know what I'm saying? Yes. You started a little bit prior.
This is a classic, man. Let's not bullshit.
This is a fucking classic, dog. It's a motherfucking classic,
Like,
dog.
you literally, this one of those albums you can bang all the way through. You know what I'm saying? You know how like you ever been like young as hell and you got your weed man OG and he just come through swoop you while he sell his weed and shit. You know what I'm saying? This would be the album to play.
Roll with your weed man to drop off.
No, he's not my weed man. He wasn't my weed man.
You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Like,
I was learning the game, man. I was learning the game.
he was learning again.
I was learning the game. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah, man. Everybody starts doing different shit at different ages. Stop judging motherfuckers. You like, man, y'all niggas is just so late to the party. No gavel over there.
Yeah, man. Next song.
So we moving along. What do you guys think? Let us know in the comments. Is this his classic? This is the only one that we sat here and said was a classic. What did you say this was, my nigga?
Yeah, it's classic. The way this shit got bootlegged, shit,
You know what I'm
instant five.
saying?
Instant
Streets.
five. It's
It was
much
all
five
over the
when
streets.
He dropped a 2. He dropped a 2.
Because that's the one we wanted. It wasn't no other album. It was this one.
That's kind of how you know. So what do you think? Purple Haze 2 versus Trap or Die 2. Go.
All right, bro. All right, bro. It's Purple Haze 2. Trap or Die 2 is...
Let's
I don't even remember Chopper Dot 2.
You know what I'm saying? But I remember Purple Haze 2.
Let's go.
I definitely remember Purple
Like
Haze.
after 102, dog, you just gotta turn that nigga Jeezy off, bro. For
It
real.
was after Seen It All for me. After Seen It All, I was kind of like,
Alright. And that nigga was on mute by the time that shit.
Shooting, dog. Y'all, hey. Mad Detroit niggas is triggered right now. Y'all are like slandering the snowman. I'm just saying. I know.
It didn't grow. It just got to a point where it was just stagnant. And he just
trap, and then
He
it was like,
just got comfortable in a mode, bro. I just got tired of it. Like, Jeezy's about to drop. Like, I'm not excited.
And that's why I thought Trap or Die 2 and not fucking Thug Motivation 102 was better in this scenario.
Yeah,
But what do y'all think? Let us know in the comments.
And 104 was sweet. 104 was sweet.
104 was ass.
Oh, no, you tripping. That shit was sweet.
104 was
You
ass.
can play it all the way through.
Nah, bro. I cut that shit off. Bro, I was skipping all through that shit. I was skipping through 103. But, you know, there's a couple songs on 103 that's pretty nice. But, like, 101, yeah. 102,
Hold on, wait.
yeah.
104 was trash. 103 was a sweet one.
103 was the.
Was
One
the
of-
one
It
you
might
like,
be
oh,
a.
like this?
It might be a C.
103
That might be
is
a.
hit or miss.
That's the one.
Pull up the
we-
list, bro. 103 is
No, we not doing him. We're moving on. Cameron.
That's the last one.
That is the Killer Season. Last one.
He had a movie
What do you
with
got
this.
for this?
He
Yes,
had a movie
sir.
with this.
Let me know what you think.
I watched the movie.
Okay, wait. I can do the singles.
Oh yeah. This definitely did something crazy, like 79 or something.
Singles include. Hold on, wait. Wet Wipes.
Don't get you well.
Touch It or Not. No, Killer Season was not a single, but Wet Wipes and Touch It or Not were the two singles.
Yeah, this did
And then the Get 'Em Daddy remix was kind of like a quote unquote street single.
This did like 79, 80. Like this is when it really was like he was trying to do his own thing for real. He had the movie out and shit, which was really good for real.
I love fucking Killer Season. But yeah, he was Diplomat, Asylum, Atlantic at this time. So they had left Rockefeller. He was kind of doing his own thing, and it looked like he did 114.
I said 80, bro.
I was like,
Yeah.
Come on, man.
At this time, was anybody on Rockefeller?
That was the
That's
whole
when it started
transition.
crumbling.
Yeah.
And the days of the rock videos, last days of the rock videos start coming out. You remember those shits? Those were the fucking shits, nigga. Like, do you remember those when they came out? That was like, cause Choke No Joke was the nigga that was like their quote unquote videographer that was doing all of the behind the scenes shit, and he eventually started putting out his Choke No Joke series. You don't know about the fucking last days of the rock? Holy
I just
shit.
don't remember.
It was parts. Like, he literally was dropping this shit like fucking TV show. But it was a DVD. And if you wasn't in the fucking New York area, you wasn't able to get access to this shit. But he had all of the behind the scenes, nigga. Look.
That's where you go get them real for half price. Yeah, there you go. That's where y'all. Hey, what's y'all that really gotta be? 24. Oh, pretty easy. Chill, Joe.
Vlogging though, like the real life vlogging back when it before was fucking vlogging, like he was getting all of the behind the scenes shit, and he got a lot of the last days shit, like early Kanye shit. Like, you sit back and watch this whole shit, nigga, it forms a narrative, and the narrative is Dame Dash is fucking pissed.
Alright, for sure.
So, hey, you get a chance, watch The Last Days of the Rock. That's going to lead you right into Killer Season and what's going on. But Killer Season, the album, though, it's going to get lower numbers for me. He had the hype of fucking with Wayne and the I Can't Feel My Face from Joel Santana. You know, I was moving around as an artist at the time. No, I wasn't. But when I was banging it, in 2000, yeah, I was actually. And when we was moving around, it seemed like he was bigger than life. But at this time, really, it literally was a decline in almost everything. The production value kind of took a leap. Like, he still was fucking with. Well, no, he wasn't. You can see a immediate change in the fucking producers, but he still had fucking heat makers on one joint. But at the end of the day, that wasn't his joint. You know, Alchemist did Wet Wipes, but who remembers that fact?
Go get your wet wipes.
Yeah, it wasn't the greatest song either. So, with that being said, it wasn't. Suck It or Not, though, we slapped.
06, then like you had Jewels, who was out there shining. You had Jim Jones, who's out there shining. Nigga, Hell Rell was that nigga, bro.
Yeah, where was that nigga with the bars?
Hell Rell was that nigga, boy. Like, street niggas was fucking with Hell Rell, for real.
Yeah, that's facts. And so I do remember this time in the day, but like I said, at the end of the day, this album is going to get a 3 from me. It was definitely a decline, and it was obvious. You know, he had reached his peak.
I literally don't remember. I remember the singles and shit. I remember listening to the album too. However, it's not that memorable. However, I'm going to give it a 3.5 just because the movie was sweet and you can tell he actually did this by himself. You know what I'm saying? Like it was like it's just Cameron. It's not. He don't got the Rockefeller machine
have
behind
help.
him. You
Yeah,
know
he
what
don't
I'm
have help.
saying? He like
I did
literally
all
wrote
this shit.
You
I
know,
put out a movie, nigga.
all that shit. You know, and it actually was pretty good. It was low budget, but it was actually like all right. So I'm gonna give it a 3.5 just for that, just because of the movie.
It's interesting how he's talking about the movie, and the first thing that popped in my head is Al Nuke, who dropping his movie and shit. But how a lot of them, how a lot of those Dipset guys got a lot of their style from Detroit niggas.
How so?
You know what I'm saying? Like, cause I be barking with the OGs and shit. Like, you know, fucking with little niggas is one thing.
What OGs?
But I be fucking with a.
Now I want to know. Now I'm on my journalist shit. I gotta ask. Whatever you saying is fine. I know how that shit go. I'm a journalist right now. Who?
You wanna know the niggas?
Who do you know? Because what you saying is cap, unless it's validified somewhere.
That's a paradox.
Yeah, no, it's not cap. Like, a lot of them niggas did. Because they used to come to Detroit. Detroit niggas get money.
What I'm just saying. Who do you know and who are you aligned with for you to be able to speak? Who in Detroit hip hop?
I'll tell you one thing they was talking about. Because I will agree with that sentiment he's saying. So I'm from the city. I heard the whispers. The fur coats.
Okay.
The fur coats. You know what I'm saying? Shit like that. It's like they got that from
the
us.
bigger coats, you know what I'm saying? You think them niggas was out there just
Okay,
rapping?
see, look, man, I'm thinking you talking about like musically though. Okay,
Nah, man,
okay, okay.
No, them niggas rap totally different. Them
Yeah. See, look, I was on some whole other shit. That's why I'm like, whoa, wait. Time out. Who do you know?
They how they dress, yeah, that shit, that's just
Yeah, the style of dress. We been influential for a while in the Michigan area. Like niggas just know.
I mean, if you want to get technical with it, then yeah, you have to give Detroit like that glory for just hip hop's creation. Period.
I thought this album had the song "I Used to Get It in Ohio." Like we know he used to get money in Ohio, nigga. We know them Toledo niggas used to fucking jack fucking Detroit niggas swag.
In Ohio. Somebody give me a plug.
Shit, hey,
Ohio
right.
wasn't one of them.
Shh, man, niggas better stop playing. There's money out there.
Dog.
But yeah, but with that being said, what do you give Killer Season?
Man, since I now know we can do points, I give it a hot 2.5.
So that's gonna give this album a 3. It's probably gonna be like 3.2 or some shit like that. Yeah, something weird, but you know, it is what it is. So at the end of the day, Cameron got one classic album out there, man. If you disagree with us, talk to me in the comments, man. I talk back. I'm definitely gonna respond to your fucking comments, and other niggas might respond too, dog. You might start some shit. So I don't got too much else. Anybody got anything to close with?
Yeah, I got something to close with. Y'all need to get y'all kids, man. Like, we need more love in this world. Y'all got kids out here shooting the police shooting them. Like, where's the love? Like, at some point, we gotta come to a place where we love each other, man. It's unfortunate these things happen in our neighborhood. And that's all I got. Just love each other, man. Everybody. You ain't gotta hold hands, cause that shit. Don't hold my hand. I might smack you with a.
Dog. Damn.
That's what I got.
I was gonna say something ignorant, but like, shit, dog. Make sure
Don't worry about it. Okay, I'll do some ignorant shit so I can break the shit for you. So, so to break up his shit, serious shit, which is all serious, and prayers out to everybody that's going through something right now. I know everybody would need a prayer. But I wanted to ask the world if somebody out there, please, I'm reaching out to you. Will you please admit to the world that Nike Dunks and Jordan 1s are just the same fucking shoe?
Wow, you finally came.
Can somebody just admit it? I never had this discussion with you. I don't remember.
Disagree, like, nah, man. I'm like, bro, they are the exact same thing, bro.
They're the same fucking shoe. Hey, man, one is just more overpriced than the resale market. Like, you get to them fucking dunks, them niggas want several hundreds. And you know what I'm saying? And all you gotta do is pay like $253 at best for some fucking ones. Right, like, them niggas be wanting the most for them fucking dunks. It's like, dog, them just ones, less colors, dog. Y'all don't even get 3 colorways. Y'all get 2. What? So, what you got?
Man, just follow me, dog. MSZ Whisper on all the socials and shit, man. You know what I mean? Like, nigga, roll one up. Nigga,
Real fashion.
smoke, roll up, smoke. You know,
Man.
smoke, nigga.
It ain't toxic if you fuck her to a future album. I'm always gonna stick to that. It's not toxic.
Who was more toxic before we get up out of here? Whitney and Bobby or Casey and Mary J. Blige? What was the more toxic relationship?
Man. You gonna toy with domestic violence, man?
I want to know what was more toxic.
They both was in domestic violence situations, allegedly. So I'm gonna let those 2 kings and queens go through the shit that they gotta go through.
Rest in peace, Whitney Houston.
like that's some wild shit to comment on. Who is more toxic? I don't know. This person slapped this person hard. It's like, whoa, hold on. I don't want to go there, man.
I don't have an opinion.
You too? You trying to bait other man? This guy, man.
I wanted to see what somebody would say. Y'all all said the right shit. Goddamn. With no further ado, I'm Jay Focuz, aka some kind of freestyle or something will be out, like maybe companioning with this. I don't fucking know.
And I am Kary, aka a creature of love.
Kaous, aka Whisper. You gotta say the whole shit like a Tribe Called Quest.
And this is
The Wake and Bake Podcast.
Oh shit, he said it was.
Please make sure my